At the entrance of the city's most luxurious villa district, Isabella stepped gracefully out of her Porsche, clad in a Chanel suit. Slender and poised, she moved with the elegance of a woman born into privilege. Her face, though meticulously maintained, betrayed the emptiness and loneliness unique to wealthy socialites. Beside her, a young security guard named Leo was carefully recording vehicle information. When he glanced up by chance, he was instantly captivated by Isabella's presence. Their eyes met briefly. Isabella froze for a second, then quickly returned to her aloof demeanor, and walked off in her high heels into the neighborhood. From that day on, Leo paid special attention whenever Isabella passed through the gates. One rainy afternoon, Isabella returned from shopping, burdened with bags and without an umbrella, standing helplessly at the entrance. Seeing her like that, Leo didn't hesitate. He grabbed an umbrella and ran over to help, rain soaking through his uniform. Isabella looked at the young, handsome guard, his eyes full of sincere concern, and for the first time, her heart stirred. From then on, they slowly grew familiar with one another. When Isabella was in a bad mood, Leo would quietly hand her a cup of hot coffee, offering simple yet comforting words. And when Leo had the night shift, Isabella would bring him homemade snacks. In a world so sharply divided by class, they tiptoed closer to each other, gently sharing their joys and sorrows. But truth has a way of surfacing. One day, Isabella's husband, Alexander, happened to see the two of them chatting intimately. Enraged, he saw Leo's actions as a deliberate attempt to seduce his wife, an insult he couldn't tolerate. Wielding his influence and power, he threatened Leo, "Leave this city, or have your reputation destroyed." Leo fell into painful turmoil. He had always been aware of the deep chasm between Isabella's world and his, and it gnawed at his confidence. Now, under immense pressure, he chose to retreat. Without a word, he left, leaving Isabella standing alone at the gates of the villa district, tears streaming down her face as she stared at the spot where he once stood. But Isabella refused to let it end this way. She searched for Leo's whereabouts, asking around until she finally found him in a rundown rented room on the outskirts of town. Seeing him so downcast broke her heart. She threw her arms around him and cried, "We'll face it together. I don't care what anyone says." Looking into her determined eyes, Leo felt his love rekindle. They made a bold choice, to defy societal expectations and family opposition, and leave the city hand in hand. In a new town, Isabella shed her identity as a wealthy heiress and opened a small cafe with Leo. Though their life was simple, their faces were always lit with happiness. Every nightfall, they would sit outside the shop, watching people come and go, quietly cherishing the rare love that had crossed class boundaries, and every moment they had with each other.